Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Burn it, Humphrey. Guys, sorry, I'm using the integrated webcam. I'm down here in the one of the TV rooms. Look, I put a blanket up. Can you see it? Wait, no, you can't. I put a blanket up to kind of block the sun. Yeah. This camera always makes me look a little more orange. Let's do it. Yes, Prime Minister. Original link to the video, top the description. Right below that, link to the Discord. Click on it, send you right over there. My name is Connor. I like to have a laugh and stuff. Preemptive like. Why the UK is in the EU. Humphrey, tell us.
The writing's on the wall.
Well, in any event, we'll have to think of something to make the public think kindly towards administration because of the Europass.
Quite.
Europass?
Europass?
European identity card. What? Bernard, surely you've informed the Minister of...
Minister, didn't you do your boxes last night?
No, I was redrafting the redraft of the draft.
Well, briefly, Minister, Brussels is about to decree that there should be a new European identity card to be carried by all citizens of the EEC. Now, the Foreign Office is quite ready to go along with it as a quid pro quo for a deal over the Buttermount and the Wine Lake and the Milk Ocean.
I always forget what a quid pro quo is. Quid pro quo. A favor, advantage granted or expected in return of something. Oh, okay. Where was I? Oh no, where was I? Hello? Here we go.
For a deal over the Buttermount and the Wine Lake, ready to go along with it as a quid pro quo for a deal over the Buttermount and the Wine Lake and the Milk Ocean. The Lamb War and the Cod Stink. And quite obviously, the Prime Minister wants you to introduce the legislation.
Me?
Yes, well, it's well known that you're pro-Europe, you see. And it would simplify our administration enormously in the long run, so it's a good idea, don't
Good
you think?
idea.
Good idea.
Good idea.
Not a good idea?
Political suicide.
Trying to make British people carry compulsory identification papers. They'll say I'm introducing a police state again. Is this what we fought 2 world wars for, Humphrey?
Well, Minister, it's really little more than a sort of driving license.
It's the last nail in my coffin, that's what it is.
You might get away with calling it Euro Club Express.
Burn it on the shoulder.
No, Burnett is a valued employee.
Why do we have to introduce it? Can't the Foreign Office do it?
Well, in fact, that was the Prime Minister's original suggestion, but the Foreign Secretary...
Guys, what is the U.S. equivalent of the Foreign Office? I hear that a lot. The Foreign Office. What is the Foreign Office? Like ambassadors?
I thought that this was a Home Office matter, and the Home Office took the view that it was essentially an administrative matter, and the Prime Minister agreed.
They're all playing pass the parcel.
Can you blame them when you can hear it ticking?
Well, I'm afraid that the identity card bill is planned to be the last action of this department.
Wonderful ammunition for the anti-Europeans.
Yes, don't the Foreign Office realise what damage this will do to the European idea?
Well, I'm sure they do. That's why they support it.
Well, surely the Foreign Office is pro-Europe, isn't it?
Yes and no. If you'll forgive the
I am in love with Humphrey.
expression.
Pro-Europe, isn't it?
Yes and no. If you'll forgive the expression. The Foreign Office is pro-Europe because it is really anti-Europe. The civil service was united in its desire to make sure that the common market didn't work. That's why we went into it.
What are you talking about?
Minister, Britain has had the same foreign policy objective for at least the last 500 years, to create a disunited Europe. In that cause, we have fought with the Dutch against the Spanish, with the Germans against the French, with the French and Italians against the Germans, and with the French against the Germans and Italians.
French and Italians against the Germans? Oh, World War I, duh.
Germans against the French, with the French and Italians against the Germans, and with the French against the Germans and Italians. Divide and rule, you see. Why should we change now, when it's worked so well?
Ancient history, surely.
Yes, and current policy. We had to break the whole thing up, so we had to get inside. We tried to break it up from the outside, but that wouldn't work. Now that we're inside, we can make a complete pig's breakfast of the whole thing. Set the Germans against the French against the Italians against the Dutch. The Foreign Office is terribly pleased. It's just like old times.
Surely we're all committed to the European ideal.
Really, Minister?
Committed to the
I can replay that a million times.
European ideal.
Really, Minister?
If not, why are we pressing for an increase in the membership?
Well, for the same reason. It's just like the United Nations, in fact. The more members it has, the more arguments it can stir up, the more futile and impotent it becomes.
What appalling cynicism.
Yes. We call it diplomacy, Minister. Outside.
Cannot stress to you enough how much I love Humphrey and Burnett and Hacker, but they are the show is everything. It's funny, it's witty, it talks about politics in a great way that applies completely. Sure, switch out a few people completely to the politics of today. You could air it now; it'd be just as relevant. And you have an amazing trio that work off against each other that are perfect, complementing personalities. You have the prime minister or prime minister to be in Hacker, who's much more, grew up politically and has that sort of worldview. You have Burnett, who knows all of the insides of, what the stuff to do for in Parliament is. And then you have Humphrey, who knows the real deal, that all of this is a farce to cover up the fact that we're really just getting what we want. I love this show. I will always love this show.
Committed.
If these guys are alive, I would love to meet them. But I doubt they are. What is this? The 80s? Yes, Minister. 1980. Yes, Prime Minister. Yes, Prime Minister. Yes, Minister, and yes, Prime Minister. 68 to 87. How old were they at the time? Was. Burn it. Oh, no, that's Humphrey. Paul. Was. Burn it. Was.
Thought. Last night, a confidential source.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. See you guys next time. Hope you're doing well. Hope they made you laugh. And yeah, I love you guys. Chin up. Trust me, you'll be okay if you're not doing well. If you are doing well, that's great, but you're gonna feel the opposite. Anyways, I feel like I shrunk more and more down as the video went on. All right, bye guys. See you next time.